About a decade ago, my first wife passed away suddenly at the age of 38. Death can come fast. Hers was in just 3 minutes. She was in the kitchen, on the phone with a coworker, while I was in the living room watching TV. There was a brain block, a brain aneurysm, and it was done. For the living, when something like that crashes into your everyday life, it forces deep contemplation. It can be the end or a surprising beginning. She left behind a financial mess. I couldn't scrape together $2,000 for her cremation. I had to hold 2 paychecks without spending a dime, not even on gas, to finish this obligation. Now, that's okay. That's what I thought people did. They grow up and then you have to handle things. Things are difficult, but you have to do it and you have to move forward. I grew up believing that money was hard to get, and I assumed that it was like that for others too. But I was wrong. Recently, a guy I know, not a friend, but someone in my circle, he lost his brother. His brother lived out of state. His brother had at least one kid, and he also passed away very suddenly. Now, whether it was a car crash or drugs, I don't know. It's not my business. But it was similarly unexpected. If my brother had died, I wouldn't be paying for his funeral. He's his own person, and that's what insurance is for, right? You need to plan. But this other guy I'm talking about, for some reason, he needed to take care of his brother's funeral. And like me, he didn't have the money either. But rather than sacrifice and miserably hunker down like I did, instead, he just went on the internet. He went viral. He set up a GoFundMe. He asked friends and colleagues and strangers to help. Over 150 people had donated, and I knew about 80% of them. He ended up raising over $35,000 at that point for his brother's funeral. Impressive, right? Good for him. Seriously. But it got me thinking. Now, it's not just him. Another guy I know lost a family member. He needed a week off of work, maybe some travel money. He asked for $1,500 online, and he received over $6,000. He had enough left over to go shopping. Money isn't as hard to come by as I thought. It seems to flow freely if you just ask in the right way under the right circumstances. You have to be willing and fearless. And if you are, the universe does strange things to conspire to help you. You don't have to believe this story, but you are here, and what do you have to lose? I, too, thought money was hard to get, but it isn't. These other guys asked, and they received. Meanwhile, I had to claw my way up a mountain, step by step, but at the top, I had a new view, a new perspective. I saw that there were 2 realities, and they exist simultaneously. The reality we see with our 5 senses and the other reality. And there's no name for it. It's just a place where everything is and exists, particles, energy. Naming things reduces them to what they are. And this place is not named. It's a place of randomness. It ripples of wavelengths and withstands the flow of time. It is where we were and where we are going. And it's about 99.999% of our entity. It exists there, yet we believe that we live here. Our minds are washed, and so we are here. We're not lazy, we're nearly 100% distracted by this world. The other place is invisible. It's intangible. It's largely unknown, so it seems irrelevant. But here's the twist. Everything you're experiencing right now came out of that other place. Your life, as it is, started as an idea, a thought. Your job, your relationships, even the very struggle that you call daily life. They all began first in your imagination. You became what you thought. It happened, and it continually happens. If you want eggs for breakfast, you have to know what you want. You have to get the eggs. You have to crack the eggs. You have to cook the eggs, and then you can enjoy the eggs. But I promise you, you can do it. From a young age, you were conditioned to think fear-based thoughts. You are a primal being, always on defense. Survival is paramount. You learned from your parents, teachers, or even bullies that things that make living easier, like money, is hard to get. These beliefs became the foundation of your imagination, and you began to manifest them into your reality. And you know them so well that these situations became your comfort zone. You're visualizing 24/7, whether you realize it or not. When you're stuck in traffic, dwelling on unpaid bills, or fearing the worst of your health, you're imagining. Your attention activates what actually already exists, turning possibilities into actualities. You know your reality isn't fixed. It's constantly shifting, like a live stream from your imagination into the material world. But here's the catch. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, you keep creating the same results. But why not try shifting focus from what you fear to what you desire? And I mean, really try. The challenge is to break free from the habit of focusing on problems. But the opportunity here is to become aware of what you don't like and to shift your focus toward what you want. This isn't just theory. It's about translating energy into material form. The particles are waiting to form and perform for you. The business you want, the home, the health, the relationship, they all exist right now as possibilities. It's your consistent attention and intention that transform these possibilities into tangible reality. So how can you do it? How do we make this work? Well, here's full disclosure. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and this is my very first YouTube video. And right now, I've got about 3 subscribers, and one of them is probably my other account. But here's the deal. I don't flood your feed. I respect your time. This is my experiment. I'm here to share something specific that I've learned, and I was given a room with a view, and I want to share it. It's my obligation, my privilege. Let's all try something new. Ask and see what we receive. In my next video, I'm going to dive straight into how we actually start visualizing the reality we want. I know it sounds abstract, but it's really about developing a habit of focused imagination, specific visualization techniques that aren't just about daydreaming. They're about programming your mind. It's not wishing, it's believing. I'm aware of how easy it might sound, but remains difficult. We fear change, and that's our primal survival mode. We live in reaction mode. But if we start acting and shaping our thoughts, reality conspires to assist. So, stay with me. I have a few things planned. One thought, one emotion, and one visualization at a time.